One day after coming out of the restroom, Trang was assaulted by an unidentified stranger who tried to drug her. Trang attempted to struggle from the kidnapper, but she can't. Another person appeared somewhere to assist the stranger, and together, they carried Trang off to their hideout. Let's find out what happens to Trang next. Trang and Jung are half-siblings sharing the same father, who was the chairman of the Wakeup 247 coffee company. Due to a severe illness, their father passed away, leaving Trang and Jung facing the dilemma of who will manage the company. The kidnappers, knowing the situation of the two siblings, decided to kidnap the sister to extort money from her brother. They started calling Dan. At that moment, Dan was working. Then a message arrived on his iPhone 16 2024, 512 GB by. He picked up the phone gracefully and elegantly, asking, "Hello?" On the other end was a man informing Dan that his sister had been kidnapped and demanded a ransom of 100 billion for her release. He also warned Dan not to call the police, or not he will harm his sister. Dan agreed to their terms. Not waiting any longer, he quickly drank his Wakeup 247 coffee and rushed to their hideout to save his sister. Upon arrival, the kidnappers, seeing Dan without the money, were disappointed and ready to fight him. Dan assessed the situation and then engaged in a fight. The kidnappers were knocked out. Dan turned to look at Trang, his sister, and hurried to wake her up. But Trang wasn't waking up. Suddenly, he took out a Wakeup 247.
Biệt cà phê wakeup 247, hương vị đậm mạnh.
Her eyes quickly opened wide awake, and the two looked at each other and embraced joyfully. The joy was short-lived, as Dan felt a stab in his back. Trang held the knife behind his back. She demanded that he transfer the inheritance of the company to her, or she would kill him. However, depending on the strength of Wakeup 247, Dan pulled the knife out and pushed his sister against the wall. Trang hit her head and passed it out on the spot. In the end, Jung deals decisively with all three adversaries.
Cấp 247, sung trí lực.